Okay, we are live. Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? Thank you so much for being here today. As always, this stream, this is part 4 of Nuke for Dummies. And as always, I can't thank you enough for all the support and all the love I've been getting over the last few days since I've announced that I was going to do this stream. I also would like to, of course, apologize that it's been such a long time since I've streamed. I've just been too busy. But I do promise that I'm going to go back to that. And I guess that comes to the first announcement that I have of today. And the first thing I would say is that now this stream will be a monthly thing. So every month we will come to YouTube here and do a live stream about a lot of things. It won't be just compositing. But just I wanted to announce that because a lot of people were asking me when is he gonna be back and everything, and even before I even start announcing more things, can everyone hear me well? Does everyone hear me well on the chat? Just say on the chat that you can listen to me. The sound is good. Let me know if the sound needs to be higher. You just let me know, okay? So yeah, so that's the first announcement I would have today. Today would be that every Wednesday, the last Wednesday of every month, we're going to do a live stream on YouTube. That's going to be every month. For now, it will be Nuke for Dummies. That's the idea. But I have a lot of planned streams. I'm planning to do a photography stream, an introduction to photography as well, maybe next month. And of course, I'm going to continue with some compositing streams as well, some of them workshops and things like that. So one of the other things that I wanted to announce is that a lot of people have been asking me, when are you going to go back to Twitch? I am also going to go back to Twitch. So I'm also going to do a stream every month on Twitch. And this will be for the showreel reviews. So that will start next month. I will do the first one. So that's the idea. I will have 2 streams a month, one on YouTube, which is mostly workshops, Nuke, compositing, and stuff like that. And then once a month on Twitch, which will be a combination of showreel reviews and also call-in shows like we used to have. That is the idea. I'm thinking of doing the second Wednesday of every month on Twitch and the last Wednesday of every month on YouTube, being this one the first one. So I can see a lot of people saying hello as well. Thank you everyone for being here. Already have like 60 people watching. Thank you so much for being here. Today this stream is a sponsored stream as usual. I really would like to thank my sponsors. I really would like to thank BenQ Europe, for supporting this stream and for helping me making these streams every month a reality. So shout out to BenQ and shout out to the amazing work that they do on professional monitors and supporting the artists and supporting the industry. And so BenQ is one of the sponsors of this stream. So shout out to them. And the other sponsor of this stream as well is Foundry. So I couldn't really do this stream without the Foundry, especially because I'm going to use Nuke, which is their product. And so thank you so much for the Foundry as well, for their amazing support over the years. Just like usual, we will be doing this stream now for a couple of hours. And just like I did last time, I know that this is episode 4 of the Nuke for Dummies stream. We did 3 episodes before, and you can see the episodes on my channel. I have a playlist with all the episodes of episode 1, 2, and 3 if you want to rewatch them. Just like I did last time, I'm going to leave this stream live on my channel for everyone to watch the stream itself, the entire stream, without any editorial. That will be the entire stream. If you still want to watch that later on, it will be there from tomorrow on YouTube. Now, just like I did last time, I'm also going to do an edited version of the video where I remove all of this stuff that I'm now doing, because a lot of people complain that they don't want to listen to that. So I'm going to edit out all of the chatter, all the questions, all the giveaways, everything, and just leave the Nuke Compositing bit, nothing else. So that's going to be the same. So in the future, from tomorrow, you'll see 2 videos. You'll see one video, which is the replay of this entire stream with everything. And then the other video will be just the compositing, nothing else. Just like as everyone requested me to do. So just keep that in mind that I will be doing that. So you don't have to, if you don't want to, you don't have to watch all of this again. So I have a lot of things to kind of like start off by sharing. The giveaway will happen during the stream, so I'll be giving away 3 of my Nuke courses. This will be for free. I'm going to put up the the thing on the screen so that you can kind of see it. So let's see here. Where is it? So the course that I have, if you want to know more about the course, I'm going to put it up on the screen. I'm just going to like switch to my screen so that you can see it. Just a second. Okay, so you should be seeing my screen now. So I'm just going to share the list on the chat. So this is the trailer for my course, for trailer of my Nuke course. So you can watch the trailer here. This will be the giveaway, will be about this course. I'm apologizing that there's like commercials going on here right now, but this is how it works on YouTube. So this is going to be the course, the YouTube course. This is about 150 classes. If you want to know more about the course in detail, you can also go here. So more details about the course. So that's it. So that link. So this is a link that has the link to PayPal. It has the testimonials. It has all the details about my Nuke course. And I'm going to be giving away 3 Nuke courses for free today. I'll be doing one in about maybe 30 minutes from now. And then I'll do every 30 minutes, most likely. It will always be between breaks as well. So, and the only thing you need to do to be part of the course, of the actual giveaway, is so you to post. You know, you just need to, because we don't have comments. Because what I do is I'm using a giveaway engine that picks up comments from a video. And because you can't leave a comment on the stream right now, because the stream is ongoing, you can't really leave a comment. I would like to ask you to leave a comment on another video. And then I can pick up that video and basically, like basically pick the winner from that video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the comment here. So what I think probably would be the best would be, because I'm going to choose a video that doesn't have a lot of comments, because obviously I don't want the winner to not be here live. So I think the best approach would be probably maybe you leave a comment on the last stream, the edited version of the last stream, which only has, well, has 26 comments. Let me just maybe go to the stream itself, because the stream probably has less comments. Let's just double check. Yeah, it only has 14. So let's just do this one. So if you want to join the comments, so if you want to join the giveaway, leave a nice comment. First of all, you need to be subscribed to my channel for you to even be part of this. But if you want to be part of the giveaway, just leave a nice comment here on this video, okay? So because what's going to happen is that the giveaway software that I have is going to crawl through this video, which is part 3 of the stream that I did about Nuke for Dummies, which is before this one, and it's going to crawl through all these comments and pick a winner. So just feel free to kind of like leave a comment there. It would be nice if it's a nice comment. So just keep that in mind. Oh, sorry, I actually wrote giveaway wrong. I'm sorry about that. I misspelled giveaway. It has free shipping. Yeah, it does. It does. It's free. So yeah. So feel free to kind of like leave a nice comment there. I will be back on this video in about 30 minutes, and then we'll pick the first winner of the giveaway. So yeah, so just don't forget to leave a comment there, because there's no way of you leaving a comment on the video that you're watching right now. Yeah, I can already see people. No one has left a comment yet, so don't forget to leave a comment on this video if you want. You left a nice comment. Let me just double check. I'm gonna see if you left a nice comment, if it's true. Let's see here. 4 months ago. No, it doesn't have. Oh, maybe I'll do newest one. Yeah, there you go. Good stuff. This is a nice comment. I like that. Thank you so much for that. That's awesome. Okay, cool. So that's kind of it for the giveaway. Now, I just wanted to kind of like give you a bit of a heads up, a few things as well. Don't forget that I have a second YouTube channel as well. I don't know if a lot of people are aware of that, but I do have a second YouTube channel. So if you want to join this channel, It is Hugo's Desk Live. Basically, this channel is just the unedited streams of Twitch. So basically, if you come here, I think I have 56 videos now here. These are the unaltered, unedited. Well, there's a couple of edits when I have a music strike with YouTube, but for the majority of them, they're unaltered. So most of them are not edited. And these are the whole entire streams. There's no cuts. And so if you want to rewatch, and there's a collection of things here, you can find some of my workshops with Oak Lake. You can find some honest reviews as well. You can find some of the workshops with Homefront, the workshops, with the well, I did a bunch of workshops for this, and I have workshops and also gameplay videos as well if you want to watch that. So don't forget to follow my second YouTube channel as well. And as always, if you want to find out whatever I'm doing, you can also follow me on Twitter. Don't forget that I'm on Twitter on Hugo C. Guerra as well. I would appreciate if you could follow me there. And also, of course, you can also follow directly Hugo's Desk, which is another second channel that I have on Twitter as well. And last but not least, I'm just going to mention, if anyone is at FMX next week, I'm going to be there at FMX. So finally, we're going to go back to Stuttgart. So if anyone is joining, feel free to come and say hello to me. I would love to say hello and to see what you guys are up to. Just come in, don't be shy, say hello. I haven't been at FMX for 2 years because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but I have a busy schedule. So just so you know, I'm going to be speaking 4 times at FMX. So I'm going to be doing early in the morning on Tuesday. I'm going to be doing a grading and compositing like a grading and compositing presentation for Nuke in Nuke Studio. This will be for the Foundry. This is going to be Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then I'm going to be doing a panel. I'm going to be hosting a panel. So yeah, so by the way, the compositing workshop is basically grading and compositing with the Sniper Elite trailer, which I just finished directing and finishing in visual effects. So this is the last trailer I directed as a director. So we're going to be talking about color pipelines and grading and show my equipment and all those things. It's going to be a nice event. I'm also going to be hosting a panel about mental health and the well-being in the creative industry. So if you guys want to join, this will be with me, with Jay, with Lauren from Scanline, and Karen Larson as well. It's going to be really cool to have this discussion. It's the first time in a festival that we have like a presentation about this topic, which is really important, I feel. Also, if you want, I will also be hosting as well a panel about climate change and sustainability in the creative industry. So this is going to be a panel about how climate change is being affected, so in general, especially the visual effects industry with cloud computing, with everything. We've done a stream about this already, and this is going to be hosted by me, and then I'm going to be joined by Ink, and I'm going to be joined by Elena, and I'm going to be joined by Volker as well, and also by Chris. So we're going to have a really nice discussion there. And then last but not least, I'm going to be doing a complete behind-the-scenes making-of about the Sniper Elite 5 cinematic that I just directed for Rebellion Film Studios. This is going to be with me as the director and the visual effects supervisor, and then of course his son, the head of VFX from Rebellion Studios as well. And we're going to be talking through the entire project from 3D, from concept all the way to the end. Sorry, just give me just a second. Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry about that. I just have to like change one little thing here because I have like a little small problem here. There you go. Now I have it. Okay, sorry about that. So I think for the moment, I'm going to leave the links for now. I think I might just like give a little shout out to BenQ and to Foundry for all the support they give me. So don't forget to check out BenQ's page for their amazing professional monitors as well. If you join my Patreon, by the way, if you join my Patreon, you get 10% discount on BenQ's monitors. as well. Also, don't forget to follow their Facebook page, which is really cool. It has a lot of really high-end photographers there. They have also a beautiful Instagram page as well, which has a lot of really beautiful photos as well. And in fact, I'm here as well. Look at that. I'm there as well. And of course, goes without saying that you can follow Foundry on Twitter, Foundry on Facebook, Foundry everywhere. Of course, they are the sponsors of this channel, of this stream, so I had to say hello. So without further ado, I think I've now put all the sponsors out of the way. Let's just start the stream. Like I said, I will be doing an edited version of this stream without all these things. Now, here's a little different thing this time. I'm going to be doing the stream in chunks, okay? So just like last time, I will do the stream with no interruptions. So it doesn't matter if you leave a question. It doesn't matter if you talk to me on the chat. I am not going to answer for the next 20 minutes. So I'm now going to do 20 minutes in a row of just Nuke Compositing with no interruptions, except if there's an earthquake or if I have to leave my house because of a fire, of course. But I will not interrupt. So keep in mind that I will not be listening to questions. I will not be looking at questions while we're doing the stream for the next 20 minutes, okay? If you want to have a question, if you want to ask a question so that we can have a Q&A after those 20 minutes, because we're going to do a chunk of 20 minutes of compositing, a pure compositing, then do a few questions, and then we'll do the giveaway, and then we'll go on and keep doing this for the next 2 hours. So if you have a question, just leave the question for that. Maybe just save the question on a text file. Maybe just save the question on a Word document and then ask the question when I'm actually free to look at the chat, okay? So because I'm just going to ignore your questions now. So please don't be upset if you get pissed that I didn't answer the questions. I will answer questions, I promise you. And just like last time, at the end, we will do a big session of questions. So don't be upset if I don't do that now. So I'm going to start the stream, the Nuke Compositing bit of this, and then we'll come back in about 20 minutes. And I'm just going to say hello to the audience first from another angle. So I will now start the stream doing Nuke Compositing. This is going to be my, I'm going to ignore the chat here. I have the chat over here on the side. I'm going to ignore the chat for about 20 minutes, and then we'll come back to it and do a giveaway and everything. Don't forget the giveaway. You just need to leave a comment on that video. When I start the giveaway, don't worry, I'll say all these things again. Don't worry about it. So let's just start the Nuke Compositing for now. Now, we have a lot to talk about today. Remember, that this is Nuke for Dummies, so it's a Nuke introduction for everyone. So keep in mind that if you already know Nuke, this is probably not going to be for you. Although you're probably going to learn, you're probably going to learn something, but might not be for you. But this is going to be Nuke for Dummies. So remember the last episodes, because I'm trying to make this as a series. Previously on episode 1, episode 2 and 3, we talked about the interface. Episode 1, we talked about the interface, navigation, nodes versus layers, and timeline tools and settings, formats and viewers. Then episode 2, we talked about merge, the channels, rendering and exporting. That was episode 2. Episode 3, we talked about AOVs, CG renders. We then talked about merging and blending modes. And then we talked about pre-multiplication rules, which is really important for compositing. And then we talked also about grading, color balancing, and color corrector. So of course, goes without saying that what I'm doing here with the Nuke for Dummies series is not really a full course, because if you want to learn Nuke totally, you should go and buy my course. My course has 150 classes, and it goes in a lot more detail on each of these things, okay? So keep that in mind. This is going to be quite broad. It's going to be quite simplified, and it's not going to answer all your questions. Keep in mind that Nuke Compositing is very complicated, and it's something that takes a long time to master. So I want you make sure to understand that you're not going to become a master in Nuke just by listening to these streams. You need to go elsewhere as well to do it. But yeah, so let's start the stream now. Like I said, we'll go back to questions in about 20 to 25 minutes. Let's say 20 minutes of pure Nuke Compositing now from now on. It starts now. Okay, I'm just gonna make it like a thing here so that I know what I'm. It starts now, so that I know when I'm editing this. Okay, so let's get this on. Let's just get my little thing here. Okay, so today I want to continue the Nuke for Dummies workshop, and today we're going to be talking about two or three topics really important. One is going to be talking about glows and diffuses, which is really important. It has to do with filtering inside of Nuke. And then, of course, we're going to be talking about filtering, reformatting, and types of filters as well. So this is going to be kind of the type of things we're going to be dealing with today. And culminating with me showing you a little bit of this script that I have open here. I just need to kind of like go into my tablet, because for some reason my tablet went to the wrong mapping. I don't know why. So I want to go to monitor 1. Thank you. Okay. So cool. So at some point, we're also going to go back into this script. Now, this script is from the Heroes Arena trailer that I directed a couple of years back. It's a quite oldie but goldie. This is going to be the shot that I will be showing. I'll put it on full screen so you can see it. So that's the shot that I'll be showing a little bit later today. The whole idea of this is to kind of like, The whole idea of this is to kind of like go through some of the CG and some of the advanced things we have here, but that's why I want to talk about glows and stuff like that today. So let's go back to the screen, and that was my video output, and then I have some simple scripts here to go through it. Okay, so obviously the first thing I want to talk about is that the glow and how the glow works. And I know you might think glow is a bit silly to debate, but it's not that silly at all if you think about it. So here's the glow explained. I'm going to kind of just go through this really quickly just so I can show you. I have a radial here. This is just a circle, nothing more than that. It's just like a complete circle inside of Nuke, which was done by a radial node. The radial node is really used for, color correction or masking, but I'm using it here for something else, for just to show you the glow. And then the glow node, which is part of the filtering. Okay, so the filtering tab can be found. I'm gonna just zoom in here for you to see it. Filtering tab shows up here on this little circle with, like, I don't know, it looks like a bit of a cheesy thing, and has a bunch of filters. Now, in the filters tab, you can find stuff like blurs and bilaterals and convolves and defocuses and the noises and the blurs. And if we have time today, we're going to be talking about blurs as well and defocusing. I don't know if we'll have time today, but if we don't worry. We are going to do this every month. So next month we'll go through it. But it has to do with the category of filtering. And remember that whatever you learn here today, it can also be used and utilized in After Effects and in Fusion as well, because the principles are still the same. It's just that you're clicking on different places. So that's the whole idea. So at this point, we're going to be talking about the glow node. Now, the glow node looks like this, right? So if I just put a glow directly into Nuke here directly, it kind of looks like this. It basically just spreads the light of an image. It's really important, the glow, because the glow is the methodology that you will have to do light sources, to do headlamps, to do windows, to do light wrapping, to do all sorts of things that have to do with light emitting objects that emit light. This means if you need to do, like, for example, a laser beam, or if you need to do an electric current, or if you need to do headlamps, or if you need to fog up an image. That's how the glow works, and by default, it just basically functions like spreading the pixels. And I know this is a bit boring. It's not the most interesting thing in the world, but bear with me. This is Nuke for Dummies. Okay, let's just all be a bit more dummy and let's just try to discuss this. So the thing that is happening here, as you can see on the controllers, the glow node is very simple. It has a tolerance tab, which is the amount of glow. It's actually the amount of glow that you are tolerating for the node to do or not. And it has a brightness tab, a saturation tab. Now, it also has a size, which is the spread of that glow, and then, of course, a width channel, which we'll talk about in a second. So Obviously, goes without saying, the size has to do with how much it spreads, right? So if I make a very small size, if I put 0, nothing happens. If I start spreading, it starts to augment. And obviously, if I go all the way, then it almost becomes a sun or something like that. So that is the spreading of pixels. And under the hood, if you think about the glow node is nothing more like a blur on top. It's almost like this. You know, if I had a radial and I would put a merge node here, and I would put a blur as well. So let's say that we have the radial, and the radial will be on the background, and I have a blurred radial, and then I put that on the foreground. So this would almost be like what a glow is kind of doing. It's not really like just that simple, but it is kind of like that. So let's say that we do a blur of 100 and then we merge it on top. So it doesn't really work entirely like this, and in fact I probably have to put a plus operation. But if you look at if you look at the difference between them, it looks exactly the same. So you see, if I glow by 100 and I look at a radial that is blurred by 100 and then merged plus on top, that is what a glow is. It's like I'm merging a brighter, more blurred version of whatever I had to start with. I don't think a lot of people realize this, and this is why I feel like Nuke is so powerful. Not just Nuke, but any node-based compositor like Fusion as well, and even Shake if you still use it. The cool thing about this is that this is really simple, because in Nuke you can actually recreate some of these nodes. And in fact, before these nodes existed, a lot of times you had versions of them that would be scripts like I just did here. Now let's go back to the glow again. So like I said, the spread or the blurriness of that glow comes from the size of 100. Now, other things that you find here, let me just put this to default. Not animate, sorry, set to default. Other things that you'll find here would be the brightness. So this is how much it glows. And remember, this is really powerful, because if you start glowing and brightening up the image, then what will happen is that I'm actually, instead of having the default line that I have between the glow and the actual core, almost like a planet, almost like a core, I'm basically doing a brightness spread. So that means that it's actually blurring the inside of that image, making it brighter. So if I want to try to remake this in some way in here, it would almost be like if I would start grading the original image that I had here. So if I start grading it to be brighter, although it's already white, and then blurring it on top. So if I start blurring it ever so slightly, let's just blur it really, really, really little, and then let's just put the values a bit brighter as well. And then if I merge it, I start to have the same feathering here. It's not as simple as that, but it's close enough, okay? So going back to this, the brightness will, of course, tell you how much brighter the core of that glow is. And then, of course, the saturation, which makes no difference here because this is a black and white image. So that is kind of like how the blur is. And, of course, you have a tint as well if you want to tint just the glow. So, if, for example, if I want the glow to be reddish, or if I want the glow to be yellowish, or if I want the glow to be blue, or if I want the glow to be green, or any color whatsoever, I can kind of like make the glow, the spread. The tint has to do with how much the color is affecting that spread, okay? So if I go now back, so that's kind of like the glow explained. And the same would go for a colored glow. So for example, if I have a circle that is like green, you know, if I have a circle, sorry, someone is calling me. I don't know why someone is calling me, but someone is actually calling me. Apologize for that, but I'll cut that out as well. So as you can see here, this is a colored circle, and then of course the glow would spread with that color, because whatever you put on that glow, and then if you add, like for example, if I put default here, the glow already has some color from that spread, okay? So let's now go a bit deeper into this and kind of explain what really goes on here from direct glows, okay? So I'm going to show you an example from this thing. So this is a commercial I supervised years ago. This was for the mill. This is an Adidas commercial. In fact, I think I have to show you this commercial because I love this commercial. But I never goes on TV. It was for the German market. I need to show you this because I think you're gonna like it. Don't worry, I'll cut this out of the stream. But if I go here, masters, I think it's this one here. Yeah, I need to show you this because I think you're gonna like this. Let me just see if you can hear the sound. Yeah, you'll hear the sound, I think. Yeah, so I'm gonna put it full screen, okay, so that you can see this thing. It's the thing of beauty. I'll show you the commercial. Okay, that was for the last World Cup, not this World Cup. So very proud of that commercial. I was the VFX soup on the project at the mill, not on set, unfortunately, but I was during the production as well, and then I comped a bunch of shots. Now, this is the final shot, and I'm going to show you this because of the glow, because we used the glow on this shot. So this is, of course, we're branding the player with the number 7, which is it's a bit hardcore. We're just like branding him with the number 7. And this was made with some projection systems and some glows, and of course, a lot of particles and a lot of smoke and all sorts of things. And now, originally, this was not filmed like this. This was filmed like this. It was filmed in color. This is the original plate that we actually used. We had some tracking markers on set for the back of him. And then, of course, we had this thing that didn't leave any mark, of course. This is just like a glowy surface thing with a light, with an LED light. It's not hot, don't worry. No player was harmed during the making of this video. So this commercial, I can't remember the name of the director now out of the top of my head, but I will leave the comment when I do the edit as well. So the cool thing about this is that when you have something like this, the glow has what we call a tolerance. And so if I now just put, for example, just a glow directly in top of the image, what you get directly would be something that looks very fake. It basically makes it look almost like, I don't want to say this in a wrong way, in a directive way, but almost looks like a bad comp because everything is glowing, including a skin, and things that shouldn't be glowing are glowing. Obviously, you could do a mask and you could try to only have the letter and this and that, but the glow node itself has something we call the tolerance. And in fact, when you want to judge the tolerance, you probably want to consider having this little button ticked in. I don't know if you noticed, but there is like this button here called Effect Only. So if I press Effect Only, what that gives me is that it gives me just the glow. And this is really crucial because sometimes you might want to consider only glowing and then merging it on top. Imagine if you just want to use the glow as a layer or a pass or an AOV, then you have it as like, yeah, just like I said, like a pass, like an AOV for you to use. And in here, the reason I put this in effect only is because I want to show you the tolerance. So the tolerance is set to 0 at the moment, so it's actually glowing everything that is luminance in the image. So anything that has some kind of light would be luminance. It would be like glowed. Now notice how when I start adapting my tolerance here, notice how only certain things show on the glow. Now you need to consider this tolerance has to do with the values that are on screen. So look at the skin, for example. If I sample the skin, we're talking about 0.9. I'm sorry, apologies for the icons, the letters to be kind of like merged on top of each other. The reason for this is because, unfortunately, I've scaled up the text so that you can read it better on the stream. I had some people complaining that it was too small, so then I did that, and that's why you can see that there. So, as you can see, if I sample the skin, you can kind of see that it's 009, 008, and 005. So that means that as soon as I hit that value, and as soon as I go below my tolerance, I'll start losing that value right away. Because remember, if I go to 09, that was where that value was, and so that's what I'm tolerating out. Basically, I'm moving anything with the value of 09 out of the image, and then it doesn't glow. So that would be kind of like, you know, that would be kind of like how you do this. And of course, as you carry on and carry on and carry on, we have a value here on the letter. It's the brightest thing on the image. And so the value is like almost 1. It's like 0999, 098, 0002. So someone is saying we can't see. I hope you can see it. So I hope you can see it. Wait a minute. Did I do something wrong here? Someone is saying on the chat that they can't see it. Someone tell me on the chat if they can still see the stream. I hope they can still see the stream. Did the stream stop? I don't think the stream stopped. I can see everyone watching. We have 110 people watching right now. Okay. Fran Yoshi is saying that he can't see. Let me know if that's the case. Your webcam is on the numbers. Your webcam is on the numbers. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. That's what you mean. Okay, sorry. I'm just like, you know, silly. So what I was showing is this, you know, these numbers here. Apologies for that. I was just like, you know, the values. I'm sorry. I forgot, of course, that I was covering it. So those are the values. It's like 0.99, 0.98, 0.002. So obviously, I'm gonna just like start this again. So like, we're just gonna rewind here a little bit here. I'll put the tolerance back, and I'll show you this again. So if I sample this skin here, for example, you can see the value of the skin is about 02, 01, 001. So as soon as I go to my tolerance to 02, you see, that's the moment that I don't see that part anymore. So the tolerance works for me to remove what I don't want to see on the glow. And that means that if you look at the light source here, which is the 7, the number 7 that was branded on his back, the value of that is around 0.90900. So if I go all the way to 0.99, you'll see that I will only have the 7, nothing else, because nothing else is bright on that image. And so this is really important for the tolerance, because this means that, I'll put me back to my regular location. This means that you can now glow just the 7. Now I'm going to leave a bit of tolerance a little bit more, because I want to keep the entire 7. So let's just see here. So you see now I'm starting to see his back again, and I'm starting to see the guy branding. So I'm going to go all the way to the moment. And if I gamma up, I can still see some stuff. So I'm going to go to the moment where I don't see anything except the 7. So now I just have the 7 as my source of the glow. And my tolerance is set to 0695. And so if I now switch effect only, you can see that only the 7 is glowing, nothing else. So if I go and disable this, you see that is the only thing glowing. Obviously now you need to adjust the thing. I'm going to put effect only again. So you have the spread of that glow in here. And then of course the brightness. If I put effect only, you can kind of see that I can spread it so that it looks more real or less real if I wanted to. And then of course I can make it more powerful if I wanted to, or less powerful in terms of glow. So this, of course, by the way, is a bit, a little bit of I usually, when I do these things, I do a 2-step glow. I wouldn't do it like that. So, for example, if I was gonna glow this, I would glow like that. I'm gonna show an example of that here on the side. So I would do a 2-step glow. I would put 2 glows, and then I would do this. I would put like a merge node here. You know, like, and I would then merge the first glow into it, like so. And then I would do that as well. So this would be my first glow. Remember, I'm using the glow in this situation. I'm going to use the glow as effect only so that it's a separate layer. and that gets merged in top of my merge. Now, you can pick if you want to do plus or screen. I'm going to do plus probably this way because I want it to be brighter. And then I'm going to do a second stage glow in this situation. So that means that I would put another merge node, and then I would glow the second glow. Now, in this situation, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the first glow as my inner glow, and then my second glow as my outer glow, you know. So this means that the first one here would be an inner glow, and so this one would be probably most likely, you know, not as bright and probably not as blurred. And this is giving you, and probably not as saturated. I will probably desaturate it a little bit. And that will just give me the overall overexposure of the bright factor of that braze, you know, like when you have these brazers, like, I don't know the English word for this thing, but when you have this thing that marks the skin, it usually is very hot, and so it would overexpose on the camera's exposure. So that would be the inner, and then the outer would be set to effect only as well, and then the outer, I would definitely spread it quite a lot more so that I have a big spread, not as bright, not as desaturated. I remember that everything in Nuke is float. So although the spread only goes to 100, you can still go to more. You can still go to 200, 300. You can put as much as you want. Obviously, the more you put, the more like lighter it becomes. So that means that when you start spreading to like 200, 300, 400, it becomes like darker and darker and darker. So that means you then need to pump up the brightness for it to kind of like become, to compensate the spread that you're doing. So let's say that we do 200 spread and 1 brightness, for example. That would look like that. It's a bit too much. So I would probably go with maybe 0.5 of brightness and then maybe 300 of spread. So this would be my two-step glow. I'd start with this thing, and then I would put my inner glow, which is the kind of incandescent, overexposed glow, and then I would put the outer glow, which would be the spread, which is usually normally something that would spread in the actual image when you photograph something. Now, obviously, one thing that you probably want to consider is that you see there is grain on the plate, you know, on the plate itself. There's no grain on this glow. You might want to consider also graining this glow. Obviously, this doesn't have an alpha channel. It doesn't have anything at the moment. So that would be another step. This is, of course, a larger conversation later on, but most likely you would want to put grain on top of the glows, so when the glows get merged, they also kind of pick up some glow, so pick up some grain as well. I hope everyone is following me. That is the idea. So that is the point. Oh wow, thank you so much for everyone that is here. I can kind of see that there are 124 people here. Thank you so much for being here. I can't thank you enough. I really can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. Okay, we're gonna do the break in a few seconds. So, okay. Now, here's another example. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing again, but here's like a plate from Leonard in Slow Motion, which is a short film I supervised years ago. You have a window there. Again, we can have a glow with a mask. This is glow effect only. I can color correct it a bit, and then I can merge it. And as you can see, that kind of gives you that little small spread. Now, whenever you're dealing with glows, just make sure you don't go too far. Otherwise, it's going to look very fake. So that's always like one of the things that I tend to tell to people. You know, like glowing is the first thing that makes something look fake. It's right away the first thing that, oh, it's fake. So that's one example of it. Diffuse. Sorry. It's my timer that is telling me that 20 minutes has passed. I'm just going to give it another 5, you know, so that we can then do the breakdown, so that we can then do like the break and also a Q&A and the giveaway. So this would be glow as a layer, color corrected it, screened on top. The same goes in here, glow as a layer, plus on top. So As you can see, obviously the difference between screen and plus is very self-explanatory. It has to do with the values that you get here. So obviously on the screen, we don't contribute to the image at all. And if I exposure down, you can kind of still see the exterior elements there, because this is, of course, a plate from a red camera. It has a lot of dynamic range. And obviously on the plus, you would contribute to the lighting. So remember, plus is an additive operation, and screen is not an additive operation. That is why. I have a little example here of the same kind of deal of the outer glows and the inner glows. As you can see, you have fire. We then have the outer glow that gets merged. Then we have the inner glow, the underglow that gets merged. And those two things would make that happen, make that work in terms of the two glows. It looks a bit fake, I know. But I just wanted to kind of like make sure I fully explain that. Now that we've explained what the glow is, and we went through all the details of the actual glow node itself, which has to do with the tolerance, the brightness, the saturation, and the size. The only last thing I wanted to explain is the width channel. Now, the width channel is really, really important because people don't really realize, but obviously you have a mask input. Like everything in Nuke, you always have a mask input, and a mask input obviously allows you to kind of go into it and mask parts of the glow. But it doesn't really work as you think it does, because unfortunately the mask input will cut everything, including the glow. So for example, if I put a roto here, I'll show you what I mean. So if I put a roto here and I plug it into this mask, and now I just do a mask here, for example, just a quick mask, you see I'm now glowing this, right? And now if I feather it and I make it a bit rounder, okay. So you see I'm only glowing here or only glowing there, and that's fine. It looks fine. But this is not only, this is literally masking. If I go to effect only, it's masking just that part. So it's not really what you want, because the width channel allows you to only glow a certain object instead of masking that object. So I'm going to show you what I mean. I have an example here from a CG car. So this is a CG plate from Redshift, and I have some object IDs here that I'm going to just like go in here to the last frame here. So you see we have some lamps and some lights here, and I have some object IDs, which these days it would be a cryptomat, of course. And as you can see, we have some lamps from the police car. We have some lights from the front of the car. Now, when I shuffle them in to my script, that means that now I have the other AOVs. I have now the lights, and now I have the siren as well as part of my stream in terms of the AOVs of my project. And that now means that I can now use the width channel to control my glow. So if you look closely here, notice that I picked the width channel of Siren Red. Now let's look at what the Siren Red is. If I go to Siren, if I go in here, you can kind of see that I have the red channel, which is these sirens that are reflected down here as well. These object IDs are reflected as well, so that we can actually also control the highlights on the top of the chassis as well. So these are actually not real cryptomats. These are actually actual self-illuminating objects pretending to be object IDs that are reflecting to the surface of the car. The reason we did that is because obviously when we glow this, we want these lights, because they are inside refraction, we want to glow that part as well, and this one is in refraction and that one is on the reflection, and object IDs would not work because they would be hidden or obscured. So we did that little fake little thing, but that's another conversation for another day. So the width channel, as you saw, I picked the red channel of this lamp here. And so when you look at this, if I don't have a width channel, you see it glows the whole thing, right? It glows everything. And I could start doing tolerances and I could start doing all sorts of things, but I would never be able to pick just the lamp of the car. That's the reason for that, is because I would have to rotoscope it perfectly. And I don't want to do that. And so the width channel allows you to basically leave a glow just on the mask that you picked. So in this case, the width channel looks like that. I then color corrected like this, and now I add it, and as you can see now, I'm glowing just that light. And it glows the light inside the refraction, and it glows the light inside the reflection as well. And then I would do the same to the siren of the left, which would be the blue. Again, if I go to my glow, you see the width channel is picking up the object ID of just that light, and then I color corrected it, and that means that it's the light of this blue here inside the siren as well. And then that would be merged, and then that would glow my light. And then I would go to the headlamps. It would be the same thing as well. I'm lighting up the headlamp only. And so I'm using for that the width channel, the light screen. Let's look at the light screen. The light screen is this green lamp here inside the object ID of the car. And so again, I'm lighting that up and then merging it on top. And then I continue doing that and doing that and doing that. And as you can see, I also have it on the doors. So for example, in here, I have, you know, a roto mask that is cutting the door mask. And if I go to the door here, this is the door mask. And that would also be the width channel that I'm using there. Plus a tolerance inside the glow node, the glow node. That would give me this. So this would be one way of using the width channel to your advantage. As you can see here from start, we start like that. We then have the siren glow of the red lamp there. So that's that one. Then we have the red lamp. Then we have the blue lamp. And then we have the lights on the front. And then we have the door here on this side. So the width channel is a methodology of you picking just one thing to glow out of the entire image. And in this case, if you're using object IDs or using cryptomats, you can just pick from those cryptomats. That would be the idea. Obviously, then there's all sorts of implications with light wrapping, which in a way is a sort of a glow because it's something that goes in on top. But we'll talk that next. That is not something we're going to be talking today. Today, I mostly want to talk about the glows. And it's already been 25, actually almost 30 minutes since we've started this session. So I'm now going to do a break. So I'm going to stop here for a moment. I'm just going to save, make sure I'm saving. And what I will do now is, like I explained to you last time, don't worry, I will do an edited version without all these breaks so that if you just want to do the compositing, you can do that. So I'm now going to do a break because we've been on for an hour now. Thank you so much for all the people that are here. Don't forget that we are still going to do the giveaway. So let's do a 5-minute break now. It's really important for your well-being, for you to make sure you rest your legs, make sure you get some blood flowing, make sure you rest your eyes. So let's do a 5-minute break. I want to make sure everyone gets up out of their chair, moves around on the house, gets some water, go to the toilet if you need to. Just make sure you move and get the circulation of the blood on the legs. Otherwise, you end up like me, like an old man that has sciatica back problems. So make sure you do that. I consider that you should always do that every 45 minutes. We already done it. It's already been an hour, so we're already late. So let's do that. Let's do a break, 5 minutes. When we come back from the break, set up your questions. We're going to do a bit of a Q&A, a short Q&A, maybe a Q&A about what we just saw. And then right after that, we'll do the giveaway, the first giveaway of the day. And then we'll continue doing some compositing. So yeah, don't forget to go and do a bit of a stretching of your legs. I'll be right back. Bring your questions next in about 5 minutes. Put your clocks in 5 minutes, okay? I'll see you very soon. Okay, we are back. We're back. Thank you so much for everyone that is here. I can still see more than 100 people here. Thank you so much for joining today. Much appreciated. All the love and kindness that I can see on the chat there. Okay, so let's start with. We already did like about 30 minutes, only talking exclusively about the glow node. I know it might sound silly, but the glow node is incredibly powerful, you know, as you saw. It's very powerful to do light sources and all sorts of flares and all sorts of things, and that's why I showed you. So now, we're going to do like a little bit of a short Q&A, and then we'll do the giveaway as well. We'll do the short Q&A while we're waiting for people to leave comments on the giveaway. And then we'll go on and continue with another part of Nuke Compositing. So remember that I'm giving away my Nuke course for free. So if you want to go ahead, if you want to join the giveaway, because you can't leave a comment on this video because this video is not finished yet, it's a live stream. Because you can't leave a comment here, I'm going to give you another video for you to leave a comment. So if you could be so kind and leave a comment on this video. Because if you leave a comment on this video, then I can select a winner from that comment, from the comments of that video. So in reality, we just see here. Okay, that's not good. Oops, that's not good. Wait a minute, I lost my chat. Give me just 1 second. Just 1 second. I'm having a little bit of a technical problem, but I'll be with you shortly, okay? Just give me 1 sec. Sorry about that. You know me. I'm always like this. I'm always doing the... This is a garbage truck on fire. Everyone knows. Everyone knows this is a garbage truck on fire. Oh, I think that link is not working. So sorry about that. I think I probably by mistake gave you the wrong link to leave a comment. Let me just double check. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I don't think I just double check. No, it should be working. Yeah. Okay, cool. Go back to this thing. Okay, cool. So, yeah, just leave a comment on that video. I can already see that there are already 57 comments. So don't forget to leave a comment. If you want to be part of the giveaway, you need to leave a comment on this video, okay? So just go to this video, and just this is the video of the Nuke for Dummies Part 3, okay? So that's the video, and then I will pick the winner. I'm not using Nightbot, not doing that. I don't have Nightbot connected to YouTube. I'm gonna use this method. That is the method we have, okay? So the method we have is just leave a comment on that video. If you don't want to be part of the giveaway, that's fine too as well. You don't need to be part of the giveaway if you don't want to. But yeah. Well, someone is asking here in the chat, is there any other way to get this course other than the giveaway? Yeah, of course, you can buy the course. So you can definitely buy the course. The course is available right now. You can watch the trailer or check more information here. So if you want to buy the course, you just can go to that trailer or you can go to that info there. So that's the post where you will find information of how to buy the course and also the trailer of the course itself. So just go there. It's £250, the course. It's 150 classes. It also includes a lot of footage for your showreel. So, but please check the trailer first before you make a decision, of course. So I will be doing a showreel review on Twitch. Someone is asking here, showreel reviews. We're not going to do any showreel reviews today. We're going to do the giveaways and we're going to do some Nuke Compositing. Showreel reviews will happen every month on Twitch. It's going to start next month. Basically, I'm going to go to FMX next week, and so I'll be at FMX next week. But when I come back from FMX, I'll be presenting at FMX. I'll be presenting 2 keynotes. One about the Sniper Elite game trailer that I just directed and supervised, and the other one is a Nuke Compositing grading workshop. And then I have 2 panels. I have one panel about, I'm hosting a panel about climate change, and I'm also hosting a panel about mental health in the industry. So feel free to join at FMX and come and say hello to FMX as well. But once I'm back from FMX, I will do my stream on Twitch. Okay, so let's start with the questions. While I'm waiting for people to leave comments, don't forget to leave a comment on that video so that I can do the giveaway. Okay, don't forget to leave a comment on the video. Please don't forget that. Because if you don't leave a comment there, I won't be able to pick up a winner. While we're doing that, Manny, thank you so much for your kind words, saying that the Sniper Elite trailer is very beautiful. Thank you so much for the kind words. Much appreciated. Let's do a couple of questions while I'm waiting for people to leave a post on the giveaway. So let's do like 5 minutes of questions, and then we're going to come back to Nuke again. And don't forget, if for everyone that is upset that this stream is a lot of things at the same time, don't worry. I will be making an edited version just of the Nuke Compositing, and it will be available on YouTube this week. So if you don't want to listen to all of this, you can always watch the recording of just the Nuke Compositing, okay? So let's start with questions. Does anyone have questions? Does anyone have questions? And don't forget that if you want to support my channel, by the way, you can become a member or you can become a Patreon as well. And that really, really helps my channel. But so don't forget that as well. You can always become a member of my channel, and you can also become a Patreon of my channel. Patreon gives you perks. You can get the podcast early access and before everyone else. You can also contact me directly. You can ask me questions directly as well. You can also become a member on YouTube as well. You can also leave a donation thanks as well. You can do a super chat as well. Every little bit helps, and everything will help for the running of the show and the running of the channel. So please consider supporting the channel either by clicking on the little thanks button that is on the videos now. I don't know if you know, but there is now on every video, there's like this little button called thanks. With this button, you can now support the channel directly. So if you press here, you can donate £2, £5, £10, or 50. You can donate whatever you want, and you can leave a lovely message as well. This is a new thing that YouTube has. You can also become a member if you want to by just going to the main channel and then join as a member. And that gives you basically early access to the podcast, and your name will be on the credits as well, and then you get to use these wonderful emojis as well, so you can become a member of my channel as well. All the proceedings will go to supporting the channel, so don't forget that. But yeah, let's start the Q&A. Does anyone have questions before we move on to Nuke again? Does anyone have questions? Any questions? Let's see here. Let's see. Questions. See, I'll start from the back. So I have Mattingberg. Matting. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I really hope so. Mattingberg is asking. It's asking. Let's see here. He's asking, how often do you use custom gizmos and toolsets rather than the stock nodes? I use custom stuff all the time, including I have an entire pipeline that was constructed just for Nuke for my page. So that's the thing. Much appreciate to Akam. Thank you so much for becoming a member on YouTube. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. I really, really welcome you. You are now going to have early access of the podcasts 3 days early, and you're also going to have your name on the credits. You already have your name on the credits because you're already a Patreon. But thank you so much for being a member as well. Thank you so much. Really appreciate all the help and support that I can get to continue doing these streams. Thank you so much. Okay. So yeah, going back to that question, I do have a specific pipeline, and in fact, I often show it on the videos. And if I go to my Nuke, for example, you see I have like a specific tool set here, which is this thing. This is called the OP Hub. And this is entirely built on top of Nuke. This is not this is custom made. And this allows me to have users, sorry, this is not the script that I should be using. This is the script I should be using. So that allows me to have like specific, for example, increment saves, and I can leave comments. I can leave incremental saves. This takes care of the pipeline for me. This thing also allows me, for example, to make new projects. It allows you also to open scenes directly. So, for example, in here, I can have specific scenes. I can have members that are part of the scenes, you know. So I do have a custom thing made on top. And then, of course, on top of that, I have all sorts of gizmos and plugins and a collection of gizmos from Nukepedia, from companies, from all sorts of things. And that's the beauty of Nuke. It allows you to have all this stuff that you can kind of like use custom made on top. So that answers your question. Hopefully it answers your question. Let me just make sure I put a timer here so we don't spend too much time. Remember, as always, if you want to be part of the giveaway, you need to leave a comment on that video that I mentioned. You need to leave a comment on that video. That is the only way you're going to be able to actually be part of the giveaway, is for you to leave a comment. So leave a comment on this video for the giveaway. So that's the video again. I'm going to put it here for you to do it. Okay, next question I have is a question. Anderson Moreira asks, when you come back in São Paulo, Brazil? I don't know when I'm going to go back to Brazil, actually. I've been in Brazil 9 years ago. That was a long time ago. So I'm hoping I can come back soon. I don't know. I actually don't know. So let's see here. Another question here is... Manny Moore is asking, moving to a city to work for big studios, trying to do remote work for big studios, what makes more sense in 22? So here's the thing, and this is for everyone on the chat. If you want to work remotely to a company, most likely you have to be close to the company. The reason for that is because you're going to be logging in and streaming into the company's system, into the company's networking. So you need to have very low latency between your computer and the company, because you're streaming basically a computer that is on the server of the company. So often companies prefer for you to live in the city of the company, or at least on the same district, or at least on the same country. The reason for that is, for example, if you try to remote, imagine if you're in Portugal, which is my home country. Imagine if you're in Portugal and you try to remote to a workstation in London. The delay is going to be very big because it's too far away. So then you'll have latency and delay, and that's not good. So then that's why some companies prefer for you, like a company in London will prefer for you to be in the UK, and will even prefer for you to be in London for you to have as low latency as possible. So that would be, that would be like what I would say in that sense. Okay, so I'm going to continue to the questions here as well. VT Gaming asks, Mr. Hugo, thank you so much. VT Gaming asks, could you give me some tips on VFX on set? Any necessary stuff, any technical we need to take care of? So I have a video series about that. So if you want, just go into my channel. I'll leave the playlist here. So if I go to my channel here, I know I'm not showing my channel, but I'll show the playlist here. So I have an on-set supervision playlist, if you want to check it out, and that would be, let's see here. So if I go to this list here, yeah, so I have like so for on-set supervision, watch this. Yeah, so that would be that stuff. So I have some stuff there for on-set supervision. Maybe have a look at those videos. Maybe that could help. Let's see here. Another question here. A question from 2 Foot Sheep. 2 Foot Sheep. Is it worth going through roto prep? Is it worth going to roto prep or just go straight to comp? Well, 2 Foot Sheep, if you want to become a compositor, you will need to know roto prep anyway. You cannot just do roto prep, not just do compositing, because to be a successful compositor, you also need to work as a roto artist. You need to work as a painter. You need to do all those things as well when you're comping. So I would always say that you need to know all of them. Let's see here. Sajal is asking, is there a zoom in, zoom out in the plate? Do I have to animate the glow size? A zoom in, zoom out on the plate. Yeah, you'll need to animate the glow for sure, and you can make an expression for that. So, for example, if you have a 3D camera, you can make an expression so that it picks up the value of the distance to camera, and then it glows more or glows less depending on how far away from the camera it is. So it's very easy to do. It's very easy to do it by expressions if you want to. See another question here. Rise is asking me. Rise Williams. Hi Rise, how you doing? Hope to see you soon. Rise Williams is asking, any other conferences this year? View conference. Yes, I will be at the View conference as well. Yes. So this year I'm going to be at FMX, and I'll be at the View conference as well. Okay. So the timer is now on, so that means I'm going to wrap up the questions. So we will do questions later. So forgive me if I didn't answer some of the questions. Stick around because I will do more questions in about an hour, in about 30 minutes. And then we'll also do more questions at the very end. At the very end, we can stay here for a bit longer and just go through a lot of questions, okay? So let's do here the giveaway. So remember to be part of the giveaway. You just need to leave a comment, you know. I'm just gonna pin the message as well. So to leave to be part of the giveaway, leave a comment on this video, okay? Don't forget. I'm gonna go to that video now, and I'm actually gonna do the giveaway right now. So let me just open up the giveaway here. This will be the first giveaway. We're gonna have 3 giveaways, okay? Don't worry if you don't get them right away. We're gonna have 3 giveaways. Don't worry, it's gonna be fine. So I'm gonna share my screen because it's always gonna be better if I show you that this is all real. I don't want anyone to be upset that I didn't do the giveaway correctly or stuff like that. So this is the video. We have 72 comments at the moment. I'm gonna be sharing that video. I'm gonna be copy pasting the link, and then I have this. This is like just a free giveaway thing, you know. I'm gonna go to YouTube giveaways. I'm gonna paste the comment of the video here. And wait, sorry. I clicked on the wrong button here. So I'm gonna paste the video here. So this will be for that video. Name of the contest will be called Nuke. So this will be Hugo's Desk Nuke Course giveaway. Okay, cool. 1 winner for now, 0 substitutes. Let's see here. Including the word minimum tag, get you Nuke users. I want to make sure it's just 1 person. So yeah, so it's just 1 user. Okay, cool. So now get comments. I'm gonna pick up the comments now. So we're gonna do the giveaway now. Don't worry, we'll do more 2 giveaways. Don't worry. So I'm gonna get the comments. It's picking up 75 comments, and where's the winner? Ah, come on. No, I don't want to do that. Where's the winner? Oh, okay. It didn't pick the winner. Oh, that's strange. Wait a minute. Count users. No. I'm sorry, guys. After the contest is result, contest link. Share this with the... Oh, wait a minute. This is not working. It worked fine last time. I'm sorry. We did do... I did this last time. Oh, yeah. No, never mind. So it's going to the 75 now, and it's going to give me a winner soon. If you just wait a second. Okay, so Last Fonzie was the winner. Is Last Fonzie here? So is he here? I hope he is. If he's not here, he's not going to take the giveaway. Is he here? Is he here? Is Last Fonzie here? Let me just check Last Fonzie, if Last Fonzie is actually newest first here. So is Last Fonzie on the chat? Let me see here. Last Fonzie left the comment. Where's Last Fonzie? Last Fonzie, is he here? I don't think he's here actually, because otherwise he would already said something, wouldn't it? Remember, you have to be here to win. So let's see if Last Fonzie is here. Oh, here he is. Yeah, so he left a comment an hour ago. Last Fonzie left a comment an hour ago. Is he here? Because he left a comment. Here he is. That's the comment Last Fonzie left. He's actually a member for 4 months now. So Last Fonzie, you're a member for 4 months. He left a comment about an hour ago. And he's been a member for 4 months already. So he's definitely left a comment for the giveaway. But I don't think he's here at the moment. Let's see here. Is he here? He hasn't said anything. So I'm going to kind of wait another minute. Maybe another 30 seconds if he doesn't show up. I know the chat is very laggy. Is really laggy. I know that we are like several minutes behind. When I say something, you guys only see it like minutes later. So, you know, it could be that he hasn't seen this part of the chat here yet. So, but yeah, he went to the bathroom. I like that. He went to the bathroom. Okay. Okay, well, anyway, I'm going to roll the dice again. If Last Fonzie shows up, I'm happy to give it to him. He's been a member for such a long time, so I'm happy to give it to him again. So I'm just going to, like, do it again. Can I do it again? Can I just do it again? So how do I... Okay, Last Fonzie was the winner. I don't know how I'm going to find them, though. Okay. I need to, like, see if I can find them somewhere. Okay, that doesn't work. That's fine. I have this recorded, so I'm going to do invalid. And then just start again. Yeah, he's not here, so I guess I'll have to just do it again. Yeah, unfortunately, this doesn't really have a way of me not doing it again. So I'll have to just, like, yeah, I'll just do this. Sorry about this. Some technical issues here. So let's just copy this, go here. Okay, so this will be for YouTube. I hopefully now someone that wins will be here. So I'll have a substitute winner anyway, in case we have an issue. So I'll have a substitute winner anyway. It's picking up 77 comments. And then I'll pick up 1 comment. Let's see here. I have a substitute viewer if we don't have him. Hope it's not Last Fonzie again. Okay, so Apogee, is he here? And if Apogee is not here, someone is asking how much is the course worth. The course is worth £250. So I now have Apogee. Just gonna, like, make this a bit bigger so you can read it. Sorry about that. I should have made this bigger already from the beginning. So I have winner. I have Apogee. I think that's his name. And if Apogee is not here, I have then Shaitan Gunter. I think that's his name. Or any of you here. If you're not here, I'm going to just, like, continue the Nuke Compositing workshop and then come back to this thing. Okay, so is Apogee here? And is Shaitan Gunter here? I don't think they are, actually. I don't think so. Okay. God damn it. Is this going to be like this? I need to, like, find a way to do... It's always a problem, isn't it? Every time I do this stream, there's always people that are not here. It's always an issue. I always have this issue. Okay. They're not here, I think. Okay, so Shantane is here. Okay, cool. So, congratulations, Shantania Guntar. I think that's your name. Shantania Guntar. I think that's your name. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. I am so sorry if I did that. I don't think I can pronounce your name. So, the winner is... Okay, so here's the thing. Thank you so much. You've won the Nuke course. Hopefully you're not a student anymore. I hope you're not a student right now already. So if you're already a student, then, you know, then it's too bad. But I wanted to ask you something. So for me to contact you and to give you the course, just make sure you contact me. Contact me on either your Twitter or Discord or any other place. Like if you just go to my social media, maybe Discord will be the best place. Maybe go to Discord or Twitter. Just contact me there, and I will give you access to the course for free. So thank you so much, and you're the winner today. congratulations for winning the first giveaway. We're still going to have 2 more giveaways. So at the end of the stream, we're now going to do 25 minutes in a row of just Nuke. And then at the end, we'll do the other 2 giveaways and just continue with some questions and Q&As, okay? So, thank you so much. Much appreciated. Congratulations for winning the giveaway. Okay, so let's now continue with Nuke. Now, as I said, we were talking about glows. Just a second. I need to sneeze. Sorry about that. I am so sorry. I just sneezed a bit there. So, we're now going to do 25 minutes without break, okay? Remember what I said on the beginning of the stream. Because I want to make sure I don't interrupt the workshop part. And don't worry, I will make an edited version of the stream. So later on, you'll have a video with the edited version of the stream. So now for 25 minutes straight, I'm not going to answer the chat. I'm not going to say to anyone anything. I'm not going to talk to the chat. I'm going to ignore the chat for the next 25 minutes. So please keep that in mind. Don't be upset if I don't talk to you. Don't be upset if you don't see me answer. Please wait 25 minutes while we're doing the Nuke Compositing. And in about 25 minutes, we will do another break, 5 minutes. So that means in half an hour from now, we'll have a short Q&A. And then 5 minutes after that, we'll do another giveaway. So that means if you want to skip this, you can go away for like 30 minutes now and come back in about 30 minutes and we'll have the giveaway. Obviously, I hope you don't leave. I hope you stay here. And even if you consider leaving, please consider leaving the window open because that will, of course, help me to get some monetization from YouTube. So even if you want to go for a walk and come back in half an hour for the giveaway, just consider leaving the window open because that will help tremendously to my channel. It will really help. So I hope you can do that. Okay. Okay, so Ludo is doing a stream. Well, you know, that's fine. I didn't know that he was doing a stream. I had no idea. So it's okay. I don't really follow Ludo's streams. I don't really follow streams on Twitch. But that's okay. You can go to his stream if you want to. But just keep in mind that if you're not here for the giveaway, you won't get it. And also, like, just leave the window open because that will really, really help my course. Okay, so where to have the basic course for Nuke, even if it's paid? I know there are no free stuff out there. I don't really know what you mean and say insane inside. Where to have the basic course for Nuke, even if it's paid? I know there's no free stuff out there. Yeah, well, I've already posted quite a few times, but if you want to be, if you're interested in buying my course, this is the course trailer and the more details of my course, or here, if you want to check out my course, Inside Insane, there's the course. And yeah, Ludo usually does streams on Twitch. I think that's where he would do the stream, most likely. Okay, so let's go back to Nuke. I'm gonna put the clock running now, and now we're gonna shut up about anything except Nuke. So starts now. Okay, cool. So let's go back to the desk here. Okay, so now we've went through several examples of glow. Let's now talk a little bit about filtering. Because filtering, and I know this is filtering and blurring, and I know this is sounds like a really boring subject, but it's not boring at all. It's like really important for you to kind of know this thing. So if you just bear with me, I'm just gonna open up another script here for the filtering, and then we're gonna go through that node here. Really quickly on the chat, someone is saying that Ludo stream, if they can keep the link there, feel free to post the link on the chat. I don't mind. I go along with Ludo. We'd go along really well. So I'm very happy for you to promote this stream there. That's not a problem. You can do that if you want to. Okay, so now I wanted to really talk about scaling, because scaling is a really important part, and filtering is a really important part inside of Nuke. And I have a couple of examples here, because it's very easy for you to break something when you scale something. So let me show you what I mean. Let's consider that we have this image here. And so this image here is an image that is in CG, and it's actually a full HD 1080 1920 by 1080 render. Okay, so it has a specific resolution. Obviously, if I start like reformatting, let's say that we put a reformat, which is a methodology inside of Nuke for you to scale things up. So remember, this is Nuke for Dummies, so obviously we're gonna go really low. So you need to like understand that. That's why I'm explaining this so in detail. So for example, imagine that you want to convert this image to 4K. If I do that, I can pick up the resolution from 4K here, and now this image is in 4K. So I've scaled it in 4K. Now this image is in 4K, but if I zoom in, so for example, if I zoom in to her nose, for example, in her line here, you can kind of see that we started with this kind of resolution, and now, sorry, I'm gonna just do this. We started with this resolution. This is the full HD plate, and you can kind of see the type of pixelization that we have. And now when we scale to 4K, we get a blurrier image. And the reason why we're getting a blurrier image, of course, is because, you are scaling the image, and you are what we call filtering the image. And the type of filtering that we're doing into the image has to do with the cubical filtering, or any of the like there's a lot of types of filters inside of Nuke. We'll go through this in a second. But if I zoom in, you can clearly see that where you had, notice how one pixel, so that let's consider this pixel here. So this pixel on the edge here. This is one pixel. Obviously, if I am on HD, I see one pixel. But if I'm going to be on 4K, which is 4 times the resolution, I then get 4 pixels, you see? So that's how you scale. Basically, you invent pixels where they don't exist. And so instead of having just 1, you get 4. Obviously, this blurs the image because you are basically splitting pixels where they don't exist. And the methodology of splitting these pixels has to do with the type of filtering that you use. So in this case, for example, if I use impulse, it doesn't filter anything. It's just straight scaling and really sharp. So if you look at the image here, it's scaling to 4K, but it's going to be anti-aliased. It's going to be like basically aliased. It's not going to be, the edge is not going to be blurred. If I use cubic, which is the default, it blurs and spreads the pixel. In fact, you can kind of see the spread goes all the way to the outside of the pixel. Notice how the pixel used to just be here, and now when I spread, it actually spreads and it almost like glows outside the borders. You can kind of see a pixel here, you see a pixel there, you see a pixel here, which are now outside the borders of that pixel because it's spreading. Of course, I then have keys, I have Simon, I have Riffman, I have Mutual, I have Parson, I have Notch, I have Lenkus, I have Lenkus 6, and I have Sync 4. Notice how all of them do very different things. If I go to Cubic, I have a much blurry and much more softer link there. But if I, for example, go to, Riffman, I have a much sharper image. And if I go to Lenkus 4, I have kind of an in-between between them, and a 6 breaks up the pixels by you even seeing some edges that are now broken with some black edges. Notice how when I gamma up, notice how me basically like scaling this image from cubic, and if I use Simon, or if I use Riffman, or if I use Parson, or if I use Lenkus, notice how some of them create a black edge of distortion. So it's basically sharpening the image too much. So if I now go back to my gamma normal on my viewer, yes, the image is more scaled, it's in 4K, but notice how we have a very sharp edge. We have a very harsh scaling on the image. And that has to do with the, like all these types of filterings here have to do with the mathematical equation that is being calculated for how it scales and not scales. So this is basically how much it's upscaling and how much is downscaling the image. So obviously, In Nuke 13, for example, now you have a machine learning type of scaling, which is really cool. You can kind of scale with machine learning. You also have Upscaler, which is a really nice plugin as well that allows you to upscale as well. It's really good results. A lot of people know a lot of plugins, but I'm not using plugins here. I'm just showing you like the raw thing, like inside of Nuke. Now, as always, Nuke's help file is incredibly helpful. And I'm sorry about the pun. Pardon my pun. The help file is very helpful. I like that. So I'm going to go back to the help file here and I'm going to actually show you what I mean. So if I go in here, apologies, it opened on the next window. So the cool thing about the help file inside of Nuke is that it actually controls, like if you press the little iteration bar there, it goes into the help file. And if you go all the way here, it actually explains you what each filter it is. You know, impulse remaps pixels carrying the original value, for example. You know, if I zoom in, cubic remaps the pixels receiving some smoothness. So this is cool, but there is actually a way for you to actually see the different transformations and filtering inside of Nuke. So if, for example, if I go in here, I know the, wait a minute, did they change? Oh yeah, there you go. So if you go to this page here, in the help file, I'm just gonna make it a bit bigger for you to see it. Notice how the different values have to do with the type of algorithm that is being used for filtering. So for example, when we filter, we have, for example, impulse, which just like this graph, I'm going to zoom in even more so that you can see a bit better. Just like this graph says, it basically has 0 pixels and then 1 pixel and then 0 pixels again. So basically it's just like sharp. There's no feathering. There's no cubical feather. There's no antilization. It's like if you would have rendered something from 3D with no antilization settings whatsoever. That would be what would happen. But look at how cubic works. Cubic, basically the curve starts with a feather and it softens into the top, and then it starts the feather and it softens to the bottom. That is why you have feathering when you do cubic filtering. Then if you can continue scrolling through this, I'm going to just like zoom in even more. If you continue scrolling through this help file, you can kind of see that, for example, keys has a sharper negative curve that goes down and goes up. So that means it has like a bump that goes up and down when it's trying to sharpen the image. If you go to Simon, it's even more smooth, you know, plus a medium sharpen. So if you look at the way that it keys maps, as it sees there, remaps pixels receiving some smoothness plus minor sharpening. If you go to Simon, remaps pixels with some smoothing plus medium sharpening. And then if you go to Riffman, remaps pixels receiving some smoothing plus a significant amount of sharpening. And sharpening kind of goes below the 0, and that's why you have negative values going into that sharpening. That's why it becomes so sharp. Then if you go to Mitchell, it is a lot of smoothing plus blurring. So it's like smooth and then blurring on top. If you go to Parson, it is the greatest smoothing of all the filters. So that's Parson is the one that is going to be the most blurred. So that means the result on Parson maybe sometimes is ideal, maybe not. Depends on what you're trying to do. Notch, for example, it's really good. It tends to be good to remove moe effect. You know, when you have the moe effect of screens and when you're like filming or photographing certain screens. And then, of course, Lankus 4 remaps receiving minor sharpening. With negative portions of the curve. It's good for scaling down. So Lankus 4 is really good when you downscale. So for example, if you're like making something from 4K to HD, for example, it's really good for that. And again, Lankus 6 is the same thing. It's really good for when you are trying to downscale as well. And then Sync 4, it's really good also for scaling down, but it receives a lot of sharpening. So all these things you have to consider. And I know this was already kind of complicated, right? Like you already thought this is complicated. It's even more complicated now. So it's like it becomes even worse. So let's go back to this here, to the image. And if I zoom in, I'm going to use another image here so we don't use always the same image. And just so that you can kind of like see the difference here. So if I'm going to use, let's say we use this one. I like this one. I want to show you this one because this is a cute image. All this footage, by the way, is from my Nuke course. So for example, this one here, which is a pretty crazy image, which required a lot of cleanup. This is a real dog. It's a real horse. It's one of the world's smallest horses, and then we have the puppet moving out. So in here, let me just, for example, scale, because the reason I want to do this is because I want to show you the fine detail of the actual puppet and the horse as well. So if I go closely to maybe the horse lines, or even maybe these transparent lines, notice if I start reformatting or rescaling things. Originally the image originally this image is actually 2K, so it's like 2048 by 1152. That's the resolution of this image right now. I'm going to scale it to reformat. Let's say that we reformat it to 4K. So if I zoom in again, notice how when you're there, notice how if I do impulse, it almost looks like pixelated, the horse, you know, like if you look at the front of the horse and the actual hair of the horse. But if I do actually in cubic, it blurs it a bit. And remember what we talked about, that Parson was the one that blurs the most. Look at how blurry it is with Parson. But then look at Lanka 6, how sharper it becomes, but in Sync 4 as well. But look at how it breaks the edges. So for example, if I'm scaling this, it starts to break edges. And this is really important, not just for scaling up, but also for scaling down. It has to do also when you scale up an image, not just like reformatting it, but also transforming that image as well. Now, to avoid these kind of artifacts that you get, like these black edges when you're starting to scale, one good thing to do is to do this methodology. So for example, one method could be this. You could have the image like this, and then to avoid having those nasty artifacts, we can use a node called the log to lin. The log to lin basically converts the image from linear, which is the standard color space of an image in Nuke. It converts it from linear into logarithmic. By doing that, it makes the image lifted. So all the blacks get lifted, all the brights go lower, and it basically looks much more washed out. And that's a good advantage. It's a good advantage because that allows you to then sharpen the image quite a lot, and then actually even sharpen even more if you want to. And then if you do the reverse, so if you put another log to lin, and this log to lin, instead of being linear to log, it's actually logged to lin, then that goes back and puts the image back to normal. So that means that if I disable these things here, I have the image, you know, let's look at the horse here. I have the image, I do log to lin to make the image much, much brighter and much, much washed out. This is very powerful for doing keying as well. And then basically I do lin to log, and then I do log to lin, which is the invert. And so when I look at the original and I look at the result, it's the same because I'm just inverting. Now on the middle, I'm reformatting and scaling. So I'm reformatting, scaling, and then sharpening. So look at how different it looks. If I look at the buckle here, look at if I disable the reformat and the sharpen, if I disable the log to lin and the lin to log, notice how all those black edges were there, and now they are gone because the log to lin is protecting those black edges. So in a way, when you're scaling something, this means if you're doing scaling in terms of transforming, using a transform node to scale something, or if you're reformatting to directly reformat an image, or even just moving in a layer from one place to the other, it's very important for you to always remember to do log to lin to log, to try to compensate that. The difference would be this. And if I put if you look at this one and you look at this one, which is the wrong one, this is the difference, you see? If I put a merge node with a difference mat, this is the actual, all the broken edges that get created by that bad scaling methodology. Okay? So I hope that that's kind of understood. Now let's talk about this in context of actually talking about transformation instead. But there is, of course, one thing you cannot forget. You need to be careful with clamping and losing detail on the image. So that is one problem that you need to think about. But I'm not going to go through this now here because obviously I don't even know if this image actually does that. I don't think it does. This image still keeps the detail. But on certain images, you do need to be careful with some of the issues, of the values as well. Now, obviously, the worst is when you don't do log to lin, because obviously, remember those graphs that I was showing you. You see, the reason why you're having those black edges is because of this. It's because anything that goes below this curve would be a sharpen factor. So anything above is a blur and anything below is a sharp, and that's why you're seeing those black edges. It's because of the clamping and exaggerated sharpening of an image, okay? Now, why does this matter? Yeah, it is very similar to the pre-multiplication rule for sure. This matters, for example, let's say that we want to scale an image. So let's say that we have this woman again, like we said. Let's say that we transform, rotate, and then scale, and then crop, and then grade, for example. Let's say that we've scaled and zoomed in into her. So this, of course, would be, the problem with this would be that you are, obviously concatenation, which is something in Nuke that you need to be aware, and it has to do with these kind of like nodes that have the same color. So when I look at this image here and I zoom in so much, you see, I don't believe I still have black pixels, but as a rule of thumb, whenever you're doing such an extreme scaling, I would advise you to do log to lin. In this case, I would do lin to log. I would then rotate, scale, crop, and then do the same, but the invert, which would be lin to log. So basically I do lin to log and then I do log to lin, just to avoid any kind of sharpness, because remember, every single rotation, transform, and everything here has a filtering. See, I can have length 6 on all of them if I want to, for example, which is very sharp. Of course, it's not probably going to work, but you see, every single node in Nuke that has to do with transformations, with reformatting, with anything that is positioning the image, will have some kind of sharpening, filtering thing that has to do with what I was showing you on those graphs, okay? Now, I'm going to show you how bad this can go. So look at this image here, for example. If I rotate her and then transform and then crop, but imagine that I have the grade on the middle, what's going to happen is that what we called the concatenation, which is following the nodes all by themselves, because obviously I'm going to show you what concatenation means, which is in here. If I have 3 grade nodes following each other, for example, if I have this grade node here, like I have this image, and let's say that we overexpose this image, okay? So I'm going to do 20. So she's going to be completely overexposed, right? Now, so the first grade is doing 20. The second grade, let's say that we do, like we lower that multiplication, and let's say that we go all the way to there. So notice how I was on 20, which was this overexposure. Then I am going to lower the overexposure by here. So I would do by 0.2, for example. So that means that I'm now overexposure. I'm reducing the overexposure by 0.1, for example. And then if I go to grade again, I can do even more exposure again. So these three nodes, because they are the same category, they are both blue, which is the color correction category, they will be processed as one. So Nuke, when it's doing the CPU and GPU processing, it's going to concatenate them then as one. And Nuke, because it's float, it doesn't lose any detail. So although I overexposed and then downexposed and then overexposed again, all that information is still there. And not only that information is still there, but also these 3 nodes will be concatenated together as one process inside the processing of Nuke. This is true as well with transforming, scaling as well. But you need to be careful because sometimes you might be putting nodes in between. So notice how in here, for example, if I rotate, let's say I rotate in scale a bit. So let's say we do 1.5 of scale with a rotation of 20. And then I put a brightness on her. So let's say that we brighten her to, let's say, 3. And then I go in scale even more. And then I do a crop, you know. So this looks fine, right? If you, well, I don't want to scale so much because if I scale so much, we won't see the nose. I want to see the nose so that I can show you this edge. Now, this looks fine in essence, doesn't it? So the thing that is going to happen here is if I now show you the same stuff happening here, but not have the layers like that. So let me show you real quick the same exact composite, and with the same crops as well. I'm just going to give the same crop, which would be here as well. So notice the difference. I'm going to show you the difference between 1 and 2. So this one, this node here, this comp here, is breaking concatenation by having a different category of nodes in between the two nodes. So I'm going to show you the result of this one. And then this one, I have all the same nodes that are the same category, and then the grade is after. So I'm going to show you the difference between one and the other. Notice if I zoom in, one of them, which is the one that the grade node is in between the transformations, is more blurry than the one that the grade node is not in between. And if you look in the distance and you look at this one and that one, so I'm showing you these two, both nodes, not this one, sorry, yes, I just need to get the crop node here as well. There. Wait a minute, it's this one, sorry, I was showing the wrong one, so it's these two. So notice how in the distance they look fine, right? If I go 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, they look fine, right? Like in the distance, they look like, oh yeah, that's cool. That's not a problem. I can put grade nodes and any other node in between. It's not a problem. But if you zoom in really closely into the detail, for example, of the metals here, for example, notice how one is more blurry than the other. The reason for this is because on this one, the transformation is happening as one go, is a concatenation. So one transformation and the other transformation, they're happening as one. So there's only one filter hit. That means that although we have a cubic filter on the first transform and a cubic filter on the second transform, because they're concatenated, both of them use the same filters. They only use one filter. That means the image is only filtered once, not twice, just once, because they're concatenated as one. As opposed to this one, where we filter cubically once, then we break concatenation by having a grade node, which is not the same category of processing. Remember, these are processes on the CPU, and these are processes on the GPU. And so that breaks, and then you have a second node that has another cubic filtering. So just by the sheer fact of having a grade node there, you're now filtering the image twice. And so not only you're filtering it once with the cubic, but you're filtering it twice with cubic. So now the image is twice more blurred than the original image. And that is why concatenation is so important, and also why it's so important for you to respect filtering, because this is the thing that you're going to have. If I look at the detail of her eye, for example, here, if you look at the detail of the eye, you see how much double filtering can really damage your image, because it basically blurs a lot more. I know it's really hard to see, but you see there? That's the difference between having two filters or one filter. So filtering is incredibly important. So remember to go to the help file and study the type of filtering. It's really important for you to understand why do we have so many types of filters and what do they do. And they have to do with everything in Nuke that filters. It has to do with the transformations. It has to do with the glows. It has to, the filter. Anything that is reformatting, transforming, even tracking, lens distortion, all the nodes. Like if I go back to this thing here, all these nodes, have filtering. So see, I'll give an example of some of them. Transform has a filter. Reformat has a filter. The mirror has a filter. The card 3D has a filter. The position doesn't have a filter. Sorry, that's my mistake. So I'm just going to delete the ones that don't have a filter here, so that you can see at least these ones have a filter. And of course, sharpen has a filter, but it's different type of filtering. It's a sharpening box, triangle, quadratic, or Gaussian filter, which we're not going to talk about that now. But it's really important for you to understand that all these nodes, including the lens distortion node, which is really important, and even the scanline render has a filtering as well. Notice how the reformat respects all those type of filterings. Lens distortion node respects all those type of filterings. The transform node respects all those type of filterings. And also even the scanline render respects all those type of filterings. That means that, for example, if you're doing a distortion of plates, removing the distortion of the lens, you need to be extra careful not to be doubling filtering an image. So filtering is incredibly important for you to maintain the sharpness of your image. This is also one of the reasons why we tend to film with more resolution than what we deliver. You know, that is why if you're delivering 4K, you tend to film in 6K. Or 8K. If you're delivering in HD, you tend to film in 2K or 3K or 4K. You never really tend to film with the same resolution that you're going to deliver, because that is why, because we know we're going to filter the image. There is no way you're going to get away without. You're always going to filter something, either by doing a transform or a reformat or doing a rescaling. You're always going to filter. But one of the things that you need to consider as a compositor is that you need to make sure you keep the image as unharmed as possible, as untouched as possible. And that is why this is so important. Okay, cool. Now, our 25 minutes are up, so we're going to now stop for a second here and go back to the Q&As, giveaways, and everything. So I'm going to... Time does fly. Time does fly when we're having fun, I'm sure. So... As always, you know, thank you. By the way, thank you so much for all the kind words everyone is like writing on the chat here. I'm really happy that people are enjoying the thing. You know, I'm really happy that people are enjoying. Hey, Fabian, thanks so much for being here. It's been a long time since I've seen you. Well, I've read you, so thank you so much for being here. I can see some people here giving me some kind love, like Beyond Sky and Basic CGI. Thank you so much for all of that. And I guess one of the questions here, Matthew Berg is asking, how do we know when to use which filtering algorithm? Well, it has to do with what you're trying to scale. By default, cubic is the most used filtering method in Nuke, by far. Cubic is the most used, and it's the most common as well. But depending on what you're scaling, depending on what you're doing, depending on what you're trying to do on your image, you might need to consider experimenting with other types of filters. That's what I would suggest for you to research. I would really would advise you to research the help file and try to understand better what these algorithms are doing. And I know it's a bit geeky and it's like, you know, it's filtering and like mathematical equation. It's boring as hell, I know. But, you know, it's important. It's important for you to think about it. You know, again, thank you so much for all the kind words. You know, Don GW says, Hugo explains so well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your kind words. Okay. We already talking for another hour. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do 5 minutes break. Please go and stretch your legs. Please go and get some water. Please go and rest your eyes. Please, 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 so you don't get sciatica back problems like me. So you don't get back problems, so that you don't get your eyes too broken. So please, please, you know, go and walk a little bit for 5 minutes. Someone on the chat is asking for the link. Now, this link is linked to Nuke, so you're going to have Nuke as well. But it's this link here that goes into the help file that I'm explaining. So I put it on the chat there. Now don't forget that in 5 minutes from now we're gonna have a bit of more Q&A, and then we're also going to have another giveaway. As I've been saying from the beginning, if you want to be part of the giveaway, you just need to leave a comment on this video. Remember, that I cannot put comments on the video that you're currently watching because it's a live stream. So leave a comment on this video, and then I will do a giveaway. We still have 2 more Nuke courses to give away. Okay, 2 Nuke courses. Remember, my Nuke course is available for sale. It's £250. It goes a lot deeper than what you just saw. It's 150 classes, you know, but I'm gonna give away another 2 for free. So let's come back in 5 minutes. Okay, go and rest your legs, and we'll be back in 5 minutes for some more Q&A, and then of course for more giveaways. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll see you in 5 minutes. Okay, I am back. I am back. Thank you so much for all of you waiting and that are back as well. I can see that a lot of people are. I noticed that. Yeah, feel free to leave the link of Ludo's stream there. That's not a problem. I actually am watching his stream as well, which is a bit of a meta thing going on here. Let's just go in here. So hi, I'm gonna just say hello to Ludo as well. Hi, Ludo. Hi, Ludo. And just like see if he says hello.
Paris or suburban Paris with my parents. And I worked in Paris. I studied in Paris. And
So yeah, so if you guys want to check.
I thought you were on the live. What are you doing here?
I am.
You finished your live.
I am live.
It's good to see
and
you. It's been a long
watching
time.
you.
Nice to see you.
I am.
So yeah, I was in France until
I don't think he knows that I'm live and watching him. I'm watching himself.
And then when I'm starting to work for visual effects, I was in Paris. I was in a company called Nuke Codex, which also exists now in Montreal.
This is cool. I'm now watching someone else's stream.
Oh, you are doing the stream and you watch me at the same time. That's a lot. Like you're gonna start to say crazy stuff. You're gonna start to say things like painting are really good for compositing instead of saying in compositing we always have to fix the matte painting. You know that's normally what you say, right? So I'm joking. It's good to see you. So yeah, I was like.
I will be back soon. I'm wrapping up. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna close this now, and we're gonna do the next giveaway. But while we're doing the next giveaway, we're still gonna have to kind of go through some questions as well. So yeah, yes, stream inception, yes. So okay. Don't forget that as I explained in the beginning. I will be making an edit version of this stream, don't worry. So for those of you that just want Nuke, I will release just the Nuke bit in YouTube as well. But for those of you that just want the whole thing, you can also rewatch this. I will make it available later today or tomorrow. And in the meantime, I just wanted to say that we already did one session, like we did 2 sessions of Nuke here. We talked about the glows and we talked about filtering. And this is going to be as much Nuke as we're going to go to today. I'm already pretty tired. I'm pretty tired because I've been preparing for FMX for quite some time now. So we're going to wrap up the stream now because we already did like about an hour of Nuke. And I don't really want to do more than 2 hours. We've already been online. We've been already live for like 2 hours, I think. Yeah, we've already been live for 2 hours and 10 minutes. I get really tired these days. So don't forget that we're now doing this every month. Okay, so every Wednesday, every last Wednesday of the month, we're going to be doing YouTube Live. So every last Wednesday of the month, we'll be doing Nuke Compositing on YouTube Live. And every second Wednesday of the month, we'll be on Twitch as well. So on Twitch, we're going to be going into showreel reviews, and we're also going to be going into call-in shows. And on YouTube, we're going to be doing Nuke Compositing like we just did now. So let's do the giveaway. And in between, while we're waiting for the giveaway, don't forget to leave a comment on that video. So if you want to be part of the giveaway, I still have 2 Nuke courses to give away before we wrap up. While we're waiting for this, I really want to answer some questions. So let's go to the questions in here. So let's see here. So please go back into the questions. Okay, so let's see here. Question. Yeah, Sajal is saying here that William Fotcher has a video about the Nuke Unreal node. It's very good. Yeah, you should go and watch his video. His video is very good. I really, really recommend everyone to go and see it as well. I have posted it on Twitter and I have posted it everywhere. So really, really recommend everyone to go and see it. So in fact, if I go in here, let's see here. So where is it? Someone asked me, why do I need so many screens? And I just wanted to answer that, yes, I do need all of these. Like this one here is my 10-bit screen for color correction, 10-bit. It's a BenQ SW321. Shout out to BenQ that are sponsoring the stream. And then on the middle here, which you can't really see very well here, but you can see it if I do this. That one there, that one, is where I have my scopes. So that's a vertical. I have it on vertical. That's a PD monitor from BenQ as well. And I have it vertically. And then in this one is a widescreen monitor that I have on the middle here. And then in here, I have the Blackmagic monitor, which is a Rexon 09 broadcast monitor. And then over there, I have a CRT monitor, a very old CRT monitor where I play retro games. And not only I play retro games, but I also use it for interlace editing as well. And also to double check, because CRT monitors are still very powerful. So that is an actually professional Sony SDI-based CRT monitor as well. I just wanted to shout out to that because people were asking me on social media, why do I have so many screens? And it is all worth it. So if you go and scroll through there, I think I posted it. There you go. Yeah, that's the video. So this video is very good. So I would really recommend you to go and watch it from William here. Very, very good video. In fact, I'm going to put it on the chat here. Yeah, so you guys should go and check this video out. It has a bunch of commercials now. Of course, it has some commercials. Okay. Okay, so let's see another question. I'll leave the video on the background here while we're chatting. More questions here. Let's see. Kartik VFX asks, "What's your opinion on FX PhD courses? Am I able to get industry level skill from following FX PhD?" Yeah, FX PhD is great. I don't think you'll be bad. FX PhD still has very good courses, but I think you should do a lot of courses. You should do FX PhD. Maybe you should do my course. Maybe you should do some courses from Victor Perez. There's a lot of people. And also, of course, a lot of YouTubes as well. YouTube channels doing a lot of really cool stuff as well. So let's see here. More questions. Manolis asks, when working with glows, what can you do to make sure you don't overdo, making it unrealistic? Well, Manolis, often the case is that you should never put too much glow. It's very, very easy for you to put too much glow, and it's very dangerous because it kind of breaks. It doesn't really work very well.
Today we're talking about an exciting and...
Sorry. So it's always very good for you to always, less is more. So that my advice would be to have as less glow as possible. That would be my advice. Let's see here. More questions that I have here. Let's see here. Beyond Sky has a question. Sir, Beyond Sky has a question. Sir, I'm having one doubt. I think I'm providing good work to clients, but I don't know how to charge price. Please, can you give me suggestion on that? So pricing is really crucial, and it has to do, what I usually say to people is that you need to kind of contact other artists and see what they're charging as well. So it depends on really, before I can answer you, I need to know what you're doing, what position you're doing. But let's, for example, consider that you're doing compositing. Normally, you could be charging anything between £250 an hour, a day, or to £300 a day. But obviously, it depends on location where you are. Depends on the country. I always think that the best approach is always to kind of consider how much money you need to live, and then multiply that by 3 or 4 times, and then try to at least get that. I would think about that so that you can put one part for savings, one part for retirements, one part to live, and one part for emergencies. Almost try at least 3 times more than what you think you need to live, in a humble way, not on a party way, a humble way. But okay, so let's see here. Scott Jacobson is asking where to find my course. I'm gonna put the link again here. Remember, you can watch the trailer there, or you can check the comment, you can check the Patreon page for more information about my course as well. And it's time for me to do another giveaway anyway. Yeah, Ari Ramirez has a really good point here. He's saying that optical references is always the best way. And it is. Optical reference, taking photos is always the best way for you to check if your glow is looking realistic or not. GLM Studio has a question. My question is, how do I approach new clients? Let me put it this way. How do you get clients? Because that part of my career I need to learn. Well, you get clients by having networking, by contacting companies, by networking with people you know. I'm sure you know people, you know companies, you know people in LinkedIn, you know people from other works, and you have friends from other companies. Networking is by far the best way to get work, by contacting people and asking them if they need help, if they are thinking of doing something. That's the way I would approach it as well. I know it's difficult, but that would be my approach. Yeah, let's do a giveaway as well. So I'm gonna open up the giveaway and do another giveaway. Let's just open up the giveaway. Let me just make sure I go into the video as well. Just give me a second. Yeah, that's the video. Okay, I'm gonna put it on the screen so that you can see that I am really doing a giveaway. Okay, so I'm using this video. It already has 90 comments. This is great. So I'm gonna use this video as my comment. Remember also, like, if you want to support my channel, you can now do a donation, a single donation on a video by hitting the thanks button. You can do a single donation to a specific video. So if there's a video you really like, feel free to hit that button. And also don't forget to, maybe consider going to my Patreon as well. You can find my Patreon on the side here. And you can become a member. So you can join as a member. That helps the channel. It's like $1. You can join the Patreon. That also helps the channel as well. Consider joining and helping my channel. Now I'm going to use this free thing to do the giveaway. So it's going to look at the comments that we have. I'm going to use unique users, and I'm going to do get comments. Thank you so much, Early Cash, for becoming a member. Thank you so much. So Early Cash is now a member, and because he's a member, Early Cash is now going to have early access to all my podcasts 3 days early, and also his name is going to be on the credits as well. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Much appreciated. Okay, so I'm going to do the rollover. I'm going to do the giveaway for the first Nuke course. So we have the first winner is going to be, let's see here. First winner is going to be Giacomo Fratturato, if he's here, of course. If he's not here, the second winner will be So the first winner here is Giacomo Fratturato, if he's here. I hope he is. And if he's not here, we have Donran Ochien. I mean, if they're both here, then they both win. But is anyone here? Is Giacomo here live on this stream? I'm going to give it a minute or so. Yeah, so Giacomo is here. So Giacomo, you just won the Nuke course for free. So this Nuke course, I hope you're not a student already. So if you're not a student, please say that you're not. So you just won the course for free, £250 of worth of course. So you've won the course. Just contact me on social media. Maybe contact me on Twitch, or contact me on YouTube, or contact me on Discord, or contact me anywhere really if you want to, and just and I'll give you access to the Nuke course. Thank you so much for joining the stream today, and thank you so much for being part of this entire thing. Don't forget that I'll be back in a month from now to do another stream. So once a month I'll be doing these Nuke streams, and once a month I'll be on Twitch as well doing showreel reviews. So, okay, so it's Gregorio. Okay, cool. I see. So, I can see now. What about Donran Oshiheng? Is he here as well? Is Donran here as well? Is Donran here? I can see Last Fonzie is here now. So Last Fonzie won before. So Last Fonzie, you won the thing before. So Last Fonzie, please contact me, because Last Fonzie won on the other giveaway. So just make sure you contact me as well, because I'll give you the course as well. I'm now giving 4 away, but that's fine. I don't mind. And where is Don Ran? Is Don Ran here? So congratulations, Fonzie. Last Fonzie you won before, so congratulations. But is Donran? So I already gave to Last Fonzie. I gave to Giacomo as well. And where is Donran? Is Donran here? So yeah, Last Fonzie, just contact me on social media, and I'll give you access to the Nuke course as well, because you won when you were out, when you weren't here. Is Donran here? Is he here? I don't think he's here actually. Okay, cool. Excellent. So don't forget to contact me. And the next few days I'll give you the access to the course. Okay, so I don't think Don Ran is here. So if Don Ran is not here, it says it's coming. Okay. If he's not here, I'm gonna roll again. I'm gonna roll for the last time. Remember, I already gave away 3. I was only supposed to give away 3 anyway. And now I'm going to give away a 4th, okay? So so I'm going to give away a 4th, okay? So I'm just going to do it again. Just because I love you guys, I'll do it again. And so let's just do this again. So this is going to be the 4th time that I'm going to give it away. Let's just get the comments here. It doesn't. Oh, okay. Already. Okay. It doesn't allow me anymore. Okay. Because I already did it 3 times for free. Okay. Oh, man. Can I use another browser? Maybe I can't do another giveaway then. Maybe I won't be able to do another giveaway then, because I don't think he allows me to do it another way. Let me just see if I can do it somewhere else. Can I do it here? Maybe. Let's see here. Maybe we won't be able to do it. Oh, someone is saying that Don Ran is coming. Okay. Let me just see if I can kind of get this to work. So where is... Can I use another browser? If I can't use another browser, then we're not going to be able to do another one. Let's see if that works. Yeah, it doesn't allow me, so I have to pay to use it again. Okay, well. Oh my god, really? Okay, so I can't. I guess I can only do 3 then. It won't allow me to do another one unless I pay. How do I do this then? I have no idea how I'm gonna do this. I'm open to suggestions. Is there any other way of doing a simple giveaway in YouTube? I didn't know that there was a limit of 3. Apologies for that. I had no idea that was a thing. Is there any other way of doing it? Let me see here. Is there any other way? Yeah, I don't know really if I can find anything here. So, clear cache, use proxy, and that, yeah, but I'm not gonna do that. I can't really do this because I'm streaming at the moment. So I can't really do this. I have no idea how I can do another giveaway here for free. Maybe I can do one on Gleam. I think Gleam works, so maybe I'll do that. Let's just see if I can do in Gleam. I know Gleam can do it for free. Let me just double check. I'm just gonna not have my school because I'm gonna log into Gleam. Let's just see if I can do that. In the meantime, let me know if you have any questions. You know, like keep that in mind. Maybe ask any questions if you want to while I'm trying to sort this out. Does anyone have any questions? Does anyone have use Safari? How do I use Safari? I have no idea how to do that. Let's see here. Quick draws. Can I even do it here? Quick draws. Ultimate. Okay. YouTuber. Okay, that doesn't work. Well, this is a bit of a pain, isn't it? The way I'm finishing this thing. Oh, did Downran post it again? Where is he then? Oh, yeah, here he is. Yeah, he's a winner. Yeah, so Downran, you are a winner. Yes. So then I have given away 4 courses now. So I have actually given away 4. So Downran, you have won. So, yeah. just please contact me on social media so that I can give you access to the course. So yeah, then we're done. I do apologize, but I've already kind of like given away 4 courses. I'm not going to give more. Remember, I'll be back next month, so I will give away 3 more next month as well. So down run, please contact me on social media. Please contact me on Twitch or Twitter or Instagram or Discord. Just contact me. Give me a couple of days because I can't do it today, but maybe tomorrow or Friday I can give you access to the course. So yeah, but before I go, I don't want to leave just right out of the blue right that quick. So I'm not gonna do a 5th. I can't do a 5th because the giveaway doesn't work. I would have to do it. I don't have another website to do a giveaway. Unfortunately, I can only do 3 free giveaways. So thank you. Sorry about that, but I actually gave 4 because I had a substitute winner, and that's why it allowed me to do 4. So I already did 4 anyway. So if anyone is still interested on my course, you can always go and buy it. But you know, don't forget that I am going to do more of these giveaways. Don't worry. So I guess then we're gonna wrap up. Before we wrap up, I guess just wanted to let you all know that, like I explained before, I'm going to be at FMX. So if you are at FMX, make sure you go and see me and go and find me and talk to me and have a chat. You know, I would love to see you there. I would love to, just don't be shy. Come and say hello. I'll be at FMX doing 4 panels. I'm going to be doing all these things. I'll be doing grading and compositing pipelines for Foundry. I'll be doing mental health. I'm going to be hosting the mental health and well-being panel as well. I'm going to be hosting the climate change and sustainability panel. I'm going to be making a keynote about the making of the Sniper Elite cinematic trailer for Rebellion, and I'm going to be doing a Q&A as well. I'll be there live for the whole week. So if you're at FMX, just make sure you come and say hello as well. And oh, hi, Stefan. Are you going to be at, Stefan, are you going to be at FMX? Are you? Oh, you're not in Germany. You're not in Germany. That's right. You're actually not in Germany anymore. Also, don't forget, like I said, don't forget to support BenQ. They were because of them that I did the stream. Don't forget to support Foundry. They also are the reason why I did this stream. And support me on Patreon, support the channel on memberships on YouTube, and also on the Super Chat as well. And if you liked this video, if you like this stream, please consider doing a Super Chat, or please consider donating on the thank you button on the video, or please consider becoming a Patreon. Just support the channel so that I can do more streams. That is one of the reasons why I don't do as many streams, is because I can't do them all the time, because it's really difficult to take time of my schedule to do these kind of things. And also don't forget I have a second channel. So the second channel is called Hugo's Desk Live. And on this channel, I publish just the entire streams that I do on Twitch. So yeah. So I'll be going then. Not a lot of questions. So not a lot of people did a lot of questions. But we'll have more streams, don't worry. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing this once a month. I'll publish the full stream later tonight or tomorrow, so that you can rewatch it if you want to, the whole thing. And I will also publish the edited version of the stream, just the compositing, because I know people complain that they don't want to watch the whole stream. So I'll be publishing that as well. And I guess that's it, really. Oh my God, just in time. So Films Flex Sony just donated $25. Thank you so much, Films Flex Sony. Much appreciated. I can't thank you enough for you to have done that. Films Flex Sony, thank you so much. You are so kind. So kind. You actually have a channel, as I can see here. So I'm gonna just like go into your channel then and see. Let's see here. So, do you have a channel that you actually have in here? Let's. Oh no, I can't find you on YouTube. Let's see here. Films Flex Sony. Films Flex Sony on Twitter and on YouTube. Let me just see if I can find you here, because then I can promote your channel. Do you have a channel? If you have a channel, I'll do it right away. Let's see here. No, I can't find your channel. But thank you so much for supporting. I'm assuming maybe you are this person on Twitter. Maybe not. Flex. Well, I mean, if you do have a link, please share it there. Thank you so much, Films Flexoni. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for giving away so much money. $25 is a lot. I really appreciate this support. It goes without saying that it really helps the channel grow and me doing more streams. I can't thank you enough. You know, like it is very, very. Thank you so much for that. It is very, very. I'm very grateful for you to do this. Thank you so much. So yeah, I was about to kind of like leave. Feel free to shout out films if you want to leave your website. Feel free to shout it out on the. If you put your website there on the chat, I'll open it up on the stream. And people can check it if you want to. You know, feel free to do that if you do want to. Only if you want to, of course. You don't have to. But would it be just gonna out of curiosity, just to thank you? Is it this website? Is it this website? Could it be this website? Is it this one? Flexible Films? I'm not sure if it is, but if it is, thank you so much for donating to mine. I don't know if it is though, actually. But if this is Flexible Films, I don't think it is that channel. So, yeah, feel free to post the channel on the chat if you want to, or your website. Okay, so thank you so much for being here. It was fantastic to come back. I really enjoyed this stream. It was really nice. I think also we went quite deep into glows, into scaling. Next time we'll be talking about blurs, and we will continue talking about compositing in general for the Nuke for Dummies streams. Yeah, I can't thank you all enough. It's been a pleasure to be with you here for these 2 hours and a half. I'll be sharing the videos and the replays later today. Thank you so much. I'll see you all later. It's been a blast, and let me just say goodbye to all of you. Thank you so much. I'll see you all later. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. I'll see you all next month, and I'll see you at FMX, and also see you in about 2 weeks on Twitch as well. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful day. I'll see you all later. Bye.